What a shocker. The Patriots defeated the Buffalo Bills. Not only that, Mac Jones had his second career game-winning drive. Not only that, he was actually the reason why they won the game. It wasn't a defensive turnover. It wasn't anything like this. It was Mac Jones playing his heart out. Also, Bill Belichick gets his 300th regular season win, one of only 3 coaches in NFL history to get 300-plus wins. And the game ended on a Mac Jones 75-yard touchdown drive. He completed 6 of 7 passes in the final drive, the last one being a 1-yard touchdown to Mike Gesicki. So I want to know, how surprised were you that the Patriots were able to upset the Buffalo Bills and end their 3-game losing streak?
Yeah, I was surprised because I picked against them for the first time this year. I said they weren't going to win, and what do you say? They went out and won the game. So maybe I should pick against them for the rest of the year, and they'll win every game. That might be the next best solution for me. But I think that's a confidence builder for the Patriots. I mean, given the last 3 games, they lost all 3, and the 2 of the 3 they lost by terrible scores, only scoring 3 points in 2 games, really bad. They get 29 points in this game. They're moving the ball up and down the field. Mac Jones, 25 of 30, 272 yards, had a really good day. The running game actually got going a little bit. They actually ran the ball and gained some yards. It was actually the play action. They could actually use some play action and keep the Bills off guard a little bit. So it's a real good game for the Patriots and gives them some confidence. Unfortunately, they're going down to Miami next week, and they never win down there. But who knows? Maybe I'll pick against them, and maybe they'll win.
You say unfortunately, however, the Patriots were actually able to potentially win that game if, that first down that may or may not have been a first down if that play continued, because there was an opportunity for the Patriots to go out and actually win that game. The first 2 games were very, very winnable. I think we can state the obvious here. The offensive line of the Patriots has improved drastically in the past 2 weeks. The Raiders, we saw inklings of what could be of this offensive line. Mac Jones getting pressured on, I believe, 19% of his dropbacks, which easily was one of the lowest he's ever had under pressure-wise. In this game, sort of the same thing. He was pressured on 21%. I asked you right after the game, percentage of dropbacks he was pressured on. You said, I think, 30%. I said 22%. It was 21.2%, so even better than we both thought that it was. There was one throw on that final drive that I think was the biggest throw and something that we saw in Mac Jones' rookie year. There were a lot of things we saw in this game that looked like that rookie year that I kept hoping and praying that we will see again. And I think we saw it in the past 2 games. At least against the Raiders, we saw that he was stepping into his throws, trying to make that big-time throw. He threw maybe the most beautiful deep ball to Devontae Parker. He couldn't reel it in. In this game, the biggest thing that I tried to say was, give him some time to throw. These receivers are not speed receivers. They can't get open at the flick of a light switch. You got to give them time so the play could develop and they can at least try to get open. And in this game, that's exactly what happened. Not only that, Mac Jones was dealing on the field. This was easily the biggest throw of the game. On that final drive, it was a 3rd and 8. Mac Jones sends pressure behind him, gets the ball out milliseconds before he's about to get basically killed from behind. And I think, honestly, if he would have gotten hit, that would have been a fumble, and the game would have easily been over at that point. But this was a beautiful throw straight up the middle on a 3rd and 8 to get him into field goal range. I think that was easily the biggest play, but he had a number of throws like that. He had a beautiful touch pass to Pharaoh Brown. The defender was holding one of his hands in the process of that. It wasn't called. The touchdown pass at the very end of that game was a beautiful throw, laser throw. This offense looked really, really good, and I think, honestly, what did I say last week? I said the Lions start off 1-6, and we're this close to making the playoffs. The Patriots now are 2-5. Yes, they do head to Miami, but after that, I believe they play the Colts and the Commanders. So there is a little bit of hope for the Patriots to build up some momentum here, and especially after a bad loss against the Eagles that the Dolphins just have, and the Patriots are on the rise. The Dolphins seem to be on a little bit of a fall. I think there's a decent shot the Patriots have a chance against the Dolphins.
Yeah, well, the Patriots, they play the good teams quite well. They played the Eagles well, right? They had a chance to win that game. They played the Dolphins well. They had a chance to win that game. They got blown out by the Saints, right? The Saints aren't very good. The Saints have lost both games since they played the Patriots.
It's been pretty bad.
And they got beat by the Raiders, and the Raiders lost the last week too.
Against
badly.
Tyler Badgen, I think his name is.
Yeah, all right. It's I don't know. They're kind of it's unknown quantity here a little bit about how they're going to play every week. So we'll wait and see. I'm hoping for the best.
I will say this though, without Josh Uche, without Matt Judon, the Patriots actually got a decent amount of pressure on Josh Allen. It just didn't look like that because Josh Allen is so mobile and athletic. He was able to move out of the pocket to try to make plays. There were a few throws. A wide open, it was like a streak route to Stephon Diggs, which was too far ahead of him. That easily would have been a touchdown in that play. There was one where Josh Allen moves to the right. He throws it to Stephon Diggs. It's too far out of bounds, or it was too far in front of him. There were plays here that Josh Allen could have had to extend drives or to maybe even score, and he couldn't finish the job.
They got lucky, the Patriots, on a couple of those throws by Josh Allen. He just missed the throws.
But I will say this. I would contest that there may be one or two games that are better or at least even. But would you argue that this may have been Mac Jones' best game of his career in the NFL?
He had a pretty good game against the Vikings last year, right? That was a really good game. He had a great game against Tampa Bay in his rookie year.
Outplayed Brady, yeah.
Outplayed Brady. But, yeah, I think in terms of where he is in his career right now, this is a real confidence builder for him. And hopefully the offensive line can continue to give him a little more time to throw the ball because he's shown he can be very effective, 25 of 30 in this last game.
Right.
6 plays of more than 15 yards. That's pretty good.
That's massive. Also, third down. The Patriots were better than the Bills on third down. They had 44.4%. The Bills at 41.7%. Belichick said there was questions several times in post-game press conferences. Why didn't you go for it on a 4th and 2? Why did you go for it on the 4th and 1? Why didn't you go for it late in the game on a 4th down to try to get something going? Belichick said, we're not going to go for it on 4th down unless we get better at 3rd down. Well, you outplayed the Buffalo Bills, which I believe going into this game was the 3rd best team on 3rd down. You stopped them. You did better than them. You have actually, surprisingly, a complete turnaround from last year. Your red zone offense is one of the best in the league. I believe it's number 6, if I'm not mistaken. One of the best red zone offenses. Last season, you could barely get into the red zone. When you did get into the red zone, you couldn't score. Mm-hmm. So I think this season...
They played more conservatively in this game, right? They kicked the field goals when last couple of weeks they were going for it on 4th down.
Fair.
So I think... And that was a smart move, right? Because they won by 5 points, right?
Yeah.
They had 2 field goals in the game, so...
Well, yeah.
So that was I think they made the right choices there. It's a long game. When you got the chance to get points, don't risk it. Take the points.
I will say this, and me and you were both, on the verge of, gouging our eyes out. Can the Patriots secure a tackle?
Oh.
Juwan Bentley, 5 missed tackles. Kyle Duggar, Miles Bryant, and Adrian Phillips, 2 missed tackles each. And then J.C. Jackson had 1, which ended up being a Stephon Diggs touchdown. But seriously, you got 12 missed tackles. Juwan Bentley, James Cook was open on a left side of the field pass. He was wide open. Juwan Bentley is horrible in coverage, and yet you keep him in coverage. Miles Bryant and Kyle Duggar each. There was one in the open field. I think it was against Stephon Diggs, where you were like the only guy in his way, and you completely whiffed the tackle. You got like both hands wrapped around him and couldn't secure the tackle. J.C. Jackson, like we just said, he broken tackle, missed tackle against Stephon Diggs at like the 2-yard line, and Diggs just walked in at that point. The Patriots, tackling-wise, they were one of the best in the league now. They had a pretty steep drop after this week. So securing tackles, if you secure tackles, you may actually be, the Bills may have been a little bit worse on 3rd down. You may or may not have gotten that extra touchdown the Bills got because of the Stephon Diggs broken tackle touchdown.
Yeah, the other thing is if they did tackle him there and then they took 2 or 3 plays and did get a touchdown, the amount of time left would have been very much less. Right,
yeah,
and then the Patriots wouldn't have had enough time to go down the field 75 yards for the score.
Right.
So, maybe it worked out okay.
Maybe, but still, though, having 12 missed tackles and 5 coming from one of your better at least pass rushing linebackers is not a positive sign, to say the least. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.